still hot, knock your shell off. My money stacked fat, plus I can't turn the swell off. The franchise doing big business, I live this, it's automatic, I win this. So you hear those horns, you finish. A soldier, and I stay under you fighting. Plus I'm storming on you chumps like I'm thunder and lightning. Ain't no way you breaking me, kid, I'm harder than nails. Plus I keep it on lock like I'm part of the jail. I'm slaughtering stale competition. I got the whole block wishing they could run with my division, but they gone fishing with no bait. Kid, your boy hold weight. I got my soul straight. I brush your mouth like Kool-Aid. In any weather, I'm never better. Your boy's so hot, you never catch me in the next man's sweater. If they hate, let them hate. I drop your whole clan. Lay your down for the 3-second tan. Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now.
What's up, what's up, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Spike Kool-Aid for Monday, December 12th, 2022. It's your boy, man. It's your boy, and I had to do the John Cena, man. The John Cena and the trademark. Man, can y'all believe that song is a decade and a half old? That's crazy. But listen, it's Victory Monday, and we are celebrating over Jalen Reagor and the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, man. The overrated, deflated, and, man, Minnesota Vikings. Listen. So I got an announcement to make. I got to say this real quick. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I got an announcement to make. Some of y'all going to like it. Some of you may not, but I don't care. I'm reaching out to Detroit Lions Forum. I want him to join the team. I want him to join Syndicate Sports Detroit. I want him to have his own show because I respect this guy. I respect this guy for standing up in what he believes in. I respect this guy for standing back in the face of adversity. I respect this guy for not wishy-washy. He has rocked with Jared Goff from day one. Okay? I'm second to him because he's broken it down by stats that you can't deny. Whether you like Goff or not, you can't deny. And I want him to be part of the team. So you got a lot of wishy-washy people out here. You got a lot of people that they go, y'all remember that song? Any way the wind blows doesn't really matter to me. It's a lot of creators. Bro. They flip-flop 24/7. Oh, now Jared Goff is him. Oh, really? We had guys talking about the NFL draft. We had guys talking about tanking. We had guys talking about not winning. And yeah, I'm talking to you, YouTube creator. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, Woodward Sports. I'm talking to you. Johnny Wishwash, bruh. And now y'all want to talk about Jared Goff? And now you want to talk playoffs? 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 Hey, I'll let him say it for me.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Well, we done won 5 of the last 6, Jim. And we only 3 point. Our last loss and only loss in the last 6 weeks was about 3 points. And let's not forget, if Jeff Okudah is in that game, maybe it goes a different way. Maybe it goes a different way. I like David, bruh. I like people who want to defy the status quo. I like people who don't snuggle up to ex-players. I like people who don't abandon their integrity for their belief. I like those people. He reminds me a lot of myself. He really does. And I appreciate David Pike. So I'm going to try to get him to join the team. I'm going to chat with him after this. We'll have his own show and help this network grow. Because unlike others, I don't abandon my people. And I keep it a buck 24/7. Even when you standing on that ledge by yourself, the wind is blowing, birds is flying past you trying to knock you off, you still standing there. And I appreciate that. Integrity is rare, ladies and gentlemen, in this space. It's very rare. You will get attacked for your whatever you feel. If it don't agree, and y'all so gullible, some of y'all follow it. Well, golly. He said it, so it must be true. Don't forget, I was an internet bully. I was the guy talking about people's families, but that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. We're going to talk about JG. We're going to talk about the Lions whipping the Minnesota Vikings. We're going to talk about their fan base, how they need to be quiet. Watch your mouth. That's what Jerome used to say. Watch your mouth. They all need to watch your mouth. Because our time is now. The Detroit Lions beat the Minnesota Vikings handily. And when you look at the stats, it might not seem this way at first. Okay? Oh, no, we can't do it, bro. We can't do it. Now, listen, I got to shout out David Pike because I saw this video today. So shout out to him because I didn't see it before this. I watched this video before I went live a couple hours ago. Ian Rappaport said yesterday that Jared Goff is here to stay. He was never a short-term option. A lot of y'all feelings hurt, ain't it? Y'all heartbroken because throwaway quarterback JG, hey, Lions Mania, I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you, bro. You better be, listen, we already know what we talking about. Y'all know how I feel about that man. Y'all know how I feel about that name, that man, bro. That man name, whatever. Y'all know how I feel about him. Anyway. But wait a minute now. Back to Ian Rappaport. Said that the Lions, JG was not the bridge quarterback that we might have said he is. Oh, no, listen, John, let me say this, bro. All that is fine and dandy, but that ain't the reality. Y'all got to stop living in this fantasy world. It's not a reality. That's not a reality. That's not a reality. You got to stop living in. People are human. Humans have situations. Every giant show or show you've ever seen has had trouble behind the scenes. It's just what you see and what you don't see. But listen, I want to make this a segment because, see, you can go to David Pike, Detroit Lions Forum. He break it down with stats, and that's good. I appreciate that. No. Hey, Mr. Poole, no. Hey, you good. Lions, you good. I'm just saying. That wasn't a threat. I'm saying you got to mean what you say, bro. You got to mean what you say. All right, that's all I'm saying. Listen, that wasn't directed toward Lions Mania in a negative way. Y'all already know how I feel. It ain't no secret. It ain't no secret that the biggest sellout in Detroit is that individual right there. So that was not directed towards you. I'm not going to be quiet any longer, but it's all good. But listen, let's go ahead and make this video, man. The segment begins, all right? Well. Isn't this about a trip? Everybody and they baby mama is coming out of the woodworks. Do you hear him calling you? Do you hear him flapping like them birds headed west? They going to a place where it's warm, and they coming out in droves talking about our quarterback, Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford, again, shout out to Detroit Lions Forum. Make sure you check it out. Stats and analysis. Undisputable. Y'all might think it's one way. Oh, he defends Jared Goff with facts that you can't deny. He's a jolly good fellow. And that's the problem. When we can't deny what the facts are. You know, a guy used to tell me back in the day, facts over feelings. But it's funny, a lot of y'all bring that up when you're talking about Jared Goff. So according to an article I saw and I went and looked it up from Detroit Lions Forum. All right. According to an article, Ian Rappaport said yesterday morning before the game that sources inside the building told him that Jared Goff ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. Y'all just tried to chase this man out of town, but he's going nowhere. The Lions did not take a quarterback at all in the 2022 NFL draft. None. Not one, right? Not a single. No Malik Willis at 2. No Malik Willis. No Kenny Pickett. No one, nowhere. Now, do they need a backup quarterback? They do. Nate Sudfeld is not it. But when it comes to Jared Goff, he's been the hottest thing in the city since Matthew Stafford left. All of y'all running your mouth about Jared Goff, he's not the answer. The number one thing when you put Jared Goff is not it. I heard yesterday in a comment section that he underthrew Jameson Williams. He underthrew Jameson Williams was so wide open, there was no need to overthrow him. It was not a person within 20 yards of Jameson Williams. Why would you overthrow that? But he hit Chark in stride. He did. 2 weeks in a row, breadbasket. Dimes. Russell Wilson, Super Bowl winning quarterback. He's just the talk of the town. His teammates are making fun of him. Richard Sherman called him corny. Russell Wilson is the same quarterback he was in Seattle. So is Jared Goff, the same quarterback he was in LA. But what's funny to me, is, listen, I'm not trying to take shots at these guys because I'm sure if I said something, well, I'm nobody. But Jeremy Reisman and Pride of Detroit, Jared Goff is proving the Lions should stay put at quarterback. You have got to be kidding me, because I saw these same people ragging on Jared Goff only 6 weeks ago. Jeremy Reisman loves Matthew Stafford, 100%. I got no issue with Jeremy or Pride of Detroit. However, now we want Jared Goff is leading one of the best offenses in the league right now. And that means the Detroit Lions may have what they need in quarterback. Are we kidding? Listen, sometimes we got to take emotion out of this thing, right? We got to that's funny to me. El wishy-washo. Okay, but it looks like Jeremy Reisman he's going to take accountability. Because he looks like in this article, he says, here we are again. I tried to hold back as long as I could. I even went to Jeremy after the Jaguars win and told him I wanted to write this article. So this is from Mike Payton. I'm sorry. This is from Mike Payton, because this is that I was about to say, Jeremy Reisman, he can't stand Jared Goff. But this ain't about Reisman. This is about everybody. And let me find this article, man. I had to be very specific. I had to type in Jared Goff, Ian Rappaport. It was from yesterday. Okay? And he says in there that Jared Goff ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. And it's from the NFL, like NFL.com. Jared Goff will be around for a while. All I care about is if the man is producing, and he is, and I'm glad to see. 80% of the cons at Woodward won top 10 draft. Like, yeah, well, listen, see it. Mark is my dude. That other guy, though, not so much. But listen, over this past winning streak, Dan Campbell said yesterday that a lot of our success is at the hands of Jared Goff. Jared Goff has 22 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He's thrown 7 touchdowns and 1 interception, right? Jared Goff ain't going nowhere. The same 4 weeks of the season when the Lions, listen, let me be clear about something. The Lions have the number 1 red zone offense in the league. They're top 10 in scoring. I believe it's 6 or 8, somewhere between there, right? Jared Goff is the same quarterback he was in LA. He's the same quarterback he was when we had the number 1 offense. He's the same quarterback. You know what I love? Goff is signed through the next 2 years at a discount. No issues with that. People are always trying to find something wrong. Oh, his contract is too much. It might be. It might be. But let me remind you that Geno Smith is going to want to get paid. Let me remind you that it's not a lot of starting quarterbacks in the league. And if you are a Brock Purdy, the first Mr. Irrelevant to throw a touchdown pass, you got a defense like the San Francisco 49ers. It just amazes me. The main thing is he isn't turning the ball over. Facts. No fumbles. No interceptions. All right? So, Jared Goff, has your opinion changed on Jared Goff? Do you still want? Now we don't have, it just amazes me, bro. We listen, we are a game and a half outside of the playoffs. The Lions right now don't have a top 10 pick. Most of that is because Jared Goff and his offense. Jared Goff, in that article, said he is the most comfortable he's been as a Lion. Yesterday, St. Brown he pulled an audible running his route. If you wonder why Jared Goff threw it to the outside and St. Brown was on the inside, because St. Brown did what he wanted to do running the route. Okay? And he was mad at himself for it. Thankfully, it didn't turn into an interception. But Jared Goff had to build trust in his receivers. Looks a lot like somebody in Denver right now. Y'all might as well put the quarterback on the shelf, because a top 10 quarterback, that ain't happening in the draft. Our first 2 picks are not going to be a quarterback. I've been saying this from the very beginning. I keep building around Goff until the draft gets here in 2024. Well, here's the thing, Michael. In 2024, Jared Goff will be 30 or 31. He could be playing some of his best football at 30 or 31. We need a backup quarterback. I'm okay with drafting one. I'm okay. Zay says it's still a lot of games left. Let's see how he finishes. Jet secondary is elite. That's fair. But see, there we go. There we go, Zay. There we go. He also played against the Buffalo Bills. Like, he didn't play against scrubs. Right? So, listen, like I said, if you don't think Jared Goff is it, you got to have an argument. You got to have an argument. Jared Goff was never a bridge QB. He was not going to be a bridge QB. You know what I thought of this morning? I said, wow, we got 3 number 1 picks for the Matthew Stafford trade. 3 first-round picks. Don't forget Jared Goff was a first-round pick. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. I took it out of context. But listen, leave it in the comments below. What do you think? Are you a flip-flopper? Have you flip-flop? Have you flip-flop on JG? Because now, see, you're the one going to be standing on a ledge by yourself when it comes to Jared Goff. Jared Goff is putting up numbers. Go look at his numbers. Better than the GOAT. He better than a lot of people right now. Okay? So, let me know. Where do you stand on JG? All right, I have no idea what's happening in the chat. No idea. I'm not going to worry myself with that because I got a show to put on. But to me, man, it's funny. This whole thing is funny. But let's talk about it, though. Let's talk about the Detroit Lions' victory yesterday over the then 10-2 Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings and their Vikings fans and their Vikings creators and everybody Vikings except Minnesota Vikings Syndicate was humbled yesterday. And I went down a list. Matter of fact, we going to go and we going to talk about this. Minnesota Vikings fans, how does it feel? Like D'Angelo asking, how does it feel? How does it feel to be on the losing side of the Lions? The 5-7 Detroit Lions, the favorite Detroit Lions. How does it feel? Yeah, man, Justin Jefferson is a beast, and we couldn't stop him. It doesn't matter. We stopped everybody else. Dalvin Cook, TJ, he ate, but we won, and that's all that matters. We won. Asking, how does it feel? How does it feel, Jalen Reagor? Because Jalen Reagor had 0 yards. And did he have a catch, y'all? Did he have? Because, see, when you super irrelevant and you run in your mouth, It's hard to remember what you're doing. It's hard to remember what you're doing, what you did. I don't even remember because Jalen Reagor, Mr. Irrelevant, said that he guaranteed it was a shirt and hat game. And oh boy, all week long, Minnesota Vikings, Skull Vikes. Well, you know I got one for you, Skull. Skull cracked. How about that one? How about that one? Lions Mania says we can't get cocky. We have to handle business against the Jets. They're most likely going to put Sauce Gardner or Amon-Ra. Ooh-wee. Well, you go right ahead. You go right ahead and put him on because we got DJ Chark. We got J-Mo. We got other options, Lions, but you're right. We not getting cocky at all. At all. Vincent says, shout out for you calling yesterday, said he had like a 5-yard kickoff return. The most irrelevant man on the team ran his mouth and had 0 yards and 0 receptions. The Minnesota Vikings. Yesterday, the title of my video was Detroit Lions humble the Minnesota Vikings. Because most of the fan base, most of the media, did y'all see Locked On Minnesota Sports? Did you see any Purple Podcast, FTW, Johnny Yap Yaps? Did y'all see all of them yapping at the gums all week long? I don't care what happens the rest of the season. We got that W. And they have to they have to eat their words. They got to eat their words. It feels good, Lions fans, to win. It feels good. We held them rushing to 22 yards. Alexander Madison, Dalvin Cook, 22 yards. Single Dad says Minnesota was still crying afterward in disbelief. See, that's the way it always is, Single Dad. It's always like that, bro. Well, 3 of our best defenders were out. That's the first thing. Well, it's not like you beat a full team. We weren't at full strength. But guess what? When y'all knew they was going to be out, you still was running your mouth. Aiden Hutchinson kind of addressed Reagor's bold prediction after the game. I would have loved to hear that. Coaching staff is on point. 3 players played well, and everyone else stunk, including the defense. The real MVP is Hank Frankly. In my opinion, dude gets no love, and our O-line always played well. That's the way it is, bro. See, the O-line is invisible, bro. You know that. They literally are called invisible guys because they're the most important, but nobody ever talks about them. Matt says, so now we are keeping Dan Campbell, Goff, and all the draft picks are not bust. He says patience. Yeah, Matt been preaching patience for a long time. Talks to me off the air. Tries to talk to me like Qui-Gon Jinn and says, we got to show patience. And I understand that. He was right about DC. I've always been with Goff, and I was a little disappointed in James Houston. But James Houston, oh, my goodness. Can we talk about James Houston? What is that, 4 sacks now in 3 games? Detroit Lions rookies lead the rookies in sacks. And I'm sorry, y'all, but Aiden Hutchinson will beat Chase Young rookie year sacks with a sack. 1 sack in the next 4 games, and he beats that. And I'm going to tell you what, Lions make the playoffs and the Jets don't, it's got to go to Hutch. It's got to go to Hutch. I heard Vikings fans after the game all of a sudden mad they traded They traded that J-Mo pick and maybe they'll regret it. LOL. Maybe. How fitting is it that the Jameson Williams first catch of his NFL career was a touchdown on the Vikings, the team that traded with the Detroit Lions so the Lions could take him? Dalvin Cook was trying to do a jump pass yesterday. Did y'all know that? He was trying to do the jump pass, and the defender was wide open. But guess what? Our defense was so quick. It was so quick to him, he didn't get a chance. That's where the single ladies dance came from. Yep, Matt King says that's why he fumbled. But the Minnesota Vikings fans that come across this, listen, y'all. I'm not trying to be disrespectful like y'all was to me all week. I heard the comment section was blowing up. Oh, you think you guys are going to win. Oh, the kitty line, the kitties. All week long. I am here. They're laughing all in the comment section. Oh, they think the Lions are going to win this game. Well, guess what? Those Minnesota Vikings fans, we did. And your star receiver went off. Your quarterback had himself a game. As a matter of fact, Kirk Cousins was on point yesterday. But we won. So I'll ask you again, how does it feel? Like D'Angelo, let me know in the comments below, Vikings fans. The same ones that was flabba-dabba doing in the comment section, I want to hear you now. Make yourself known. How does it feel? Let me know. Feels good, don't it, Lions fans? To be on the winning side of this stuff. The Buffalo Bills escaped the Detroit Lions. The Lions went 2-1 in their 3-game homestand. Matthew says, I seen all that smack talk from the Queens. Any team facing Detroit better be prepared to fight. Oh, my God. Detroit Lions forum in the building says, I will say this. I am looking forward to working with you, bro. I am beyond honored for the shout out and looking forward to making good content. Absolutely, man. We'll chat after this. Man. I told you, bro, a man of integrity is a man that I can roll with. And I dig it. Because it's rare, David. You know that, bro. It is rare in this space. And I really, really appreciate that. Because it's not often. So, absolutely. Absolutely. Because we got to combat the other media. Not in a combative way, but in a real way, driven by stats and fans and nothing else. Nothing else. So we've talked about Jared Goff. We've talked about the Minnesota Vikings and their fans. And I don't know if anybody saw the interview with TJ Hawkinson, but he looked sick. He literally looked sick. He looked like something was physically wrong with him. But he also looked sick that they lost. Yeah, Mania, you did. Lions Mania, you did. It just took me a while to reach out. I was kind of lollygagging, putzing around. But absolutely. We're going to get it going, man. I'm telling you, bro. Listen, I want you to subscribe to this channel. If you haven't, subscribe. Because I want to hit 1,000 a week from today. If I keep on this pace, I'm hitting 1,000 a week from today. 10 weeks of work. Let's get your boy and the team to 1,000. We got touchdown Detroit Lions tomorrow, happening at 5 o'clock our time. And I'm going to talk to Forum and see what's going on with that. But the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions are now, and here's another thing that bugs me as well. But before we do that, shout out to Penei Sewell. And I said this yesterday. I said this in yesterday's video. Penei Sewell. Not only did they practice that a couple of times, I think he said 3 times. He caught that pass because he's a new father. He got a baby. He got a hold very, very cozily. Got to prop up the head because, you know, babies can't hold up the head for the first, couple of weeks. Got to pick him up by the head. Soft hands, right? Penei Sewell, sleep deprived, was false starting a couple weeks ago all the time. Oh, by the way, the Jacksonville Jaguars right tackle is a false starting machine. I saw it yesterday. He's still doing it. But Penei Sewell got the hands, bro. That's that new father. Big man award. Think of how critical that catch was. That catch was critical. 3rd and 7. Panay Sewell in motion. Rumble, young man, rumble. And with the hands. Did you see him turning around? Man, you know what? Let me see something. They got that play. Do they have that play on the Detroit Lions YouTube page? Because I want to see that, bro. We got to talk about that. We got to talk about that, man. But you know, it feels good to be a Lions fan. It really does. It really does. Now, listen, 2 months ago, not so much. It was tough. First pick in the draft. Everybody's talking about Bryce Young. And let me say something that I didn't say, that I said the other day. I said the other day, we went on live, and I kind of went off, and I talked to somebody afterward, you know, and he told me to just be careful when talking to Lions fans, and I appreciate that. Or any fan, period. Because I don't want y'all to think I'm talking down to you when I'm venting my frustration. I will never do that. I would never do that. Right? But at the same time, we need to win. We need to know what it feels like to win. Okay, I see it from behind the camera. I want to see it from the. You know what? The NFL had it. The NFL had it as a video alone. The NFL channel had it. It popped up on there. I saw it yesterday. But shout out to Brock Purdy, man, doing his thing. Doing his thing, bro. Yes. Yep. Thank you, Nick. Same time, man. Same time. All right, let me find this thing. 21 hours. Okay, game highlights. Here we go. Ooh-wee. We gonna break this joint down. NFL, don't strike your boy down, man. They might strike me down, man, so I got to be careful. They might think I'm showing film, and we can't have that. So let me just go to the part. Let me see. They might let me get away with it because it's only a couple seconds. So let me bring this in real quick. But Panay Sewell with the hands, bro. Oh, no. Okay, so I have to. All right, let me do this. Very impressed with the hands, man. All right, let me do this. Let me reload. Put that there. Update that. Wait for these commercials to pass. Did anyone see the lead? Yes. Michael, I saw that. And y'all talking about put this man on a shelf. I saw that block. All right. So let's look, bro. We gotta watch this again. We gotta watch this again. Let me pull this way and do this. All right, Panay Sewell, man. So listen, here's Panay right here. Oh, y'all can't see it. That's right. Y'all can't see my cursor. Panay Sewell is at the bottom of the screen. He's off the line of scrimmage. Now this play was going to Panay the whole time, but I want you to watch. I wish I had more time. No, I wish I had. Y'all can see my cursor. You can see my cursor. But Panay Sewell is at the bottom of the screen. All right, as a matter of fact, let's do this. Hey, yo, the Detroit Lions ran a play yesterday that was a play for the ages. Panay Sewell, first career target, first career catch, and the big man got hands. All right, you can't see my cursor, but I want you to look at the top of the screen. The top of the screen, off the line of scrimmage is St. Brown. Right to the left of him is DJ Chark. Now, this play is about Panay Sewell. NFL, please don't copyright strike me because this channel is popping. Don't do it to me, but sometimes they will. But a freeze frame is okay. But we're gonna look at Panay Sewell. He's at the bottom of the screen off the line. All right. He's gonna motion and he's gonna catch this thing. Let's play it. Watch Panay Sewell.
2 minutes remaining. Goff throws.
Wow. Big man with hands. Big man with hands, and I love it. I love it. Now listen. I don't really break down film. That's not my thing. But sometimes I want to look at stuff that I see. Okay? Let's rewind that back. Look at the hands. The dude is turned around. His right foot is in front of him. He's off balance. And he makes the snag.
Throws.
And put that boy immediately in the hand. He was already thinking about running. Now, Jared Goff told him, he said afterward, right? He said that he told him to just get the first down. Just get the first down. And that's why you see the dive. That's why you see the dive right there. Classic, bro. But it's something else I want you to see. I want you to see this because somebody else was open too. And I love this play call was brilliant. And I think they need to use it again. Now, remember I told you that the top of the screen is Amon-Ra St. Brown, right? It's St. Brown as Penei Sewell is going in motion. Big man run. That's crazy. Right next to him is Chark. And I want you to watch this time. Look at DJ Chark. He's on the line, but he's next to St. Brown. Watch what he does.
Goff.
Wide open. Now, it was always going to Penei. But look, I might have to invest in the all-22, bro. Look at DJ Chark in the middle of the screen, wide open. Josh Reynolds is a little further down the screen. They got two people on St. Brown. But look in the middle of the screen, DJ Chark is wide open. And real talk, he could have caught this ball. He's right there in the middle of the screen. He could have caught that ball and been gone. Because this safety that's back would have had to chase him down on the angle. But Penei Sewell, wide open. Look at the hands, though.
Goff throws. Wow.
One hand that joint and got the first down. And the most impressive part is he stayed in bounds. Penei Sewell with the hands, bro. And I'm telling you, they need to get him more involved. Yeah, and he smacks. And I was like, bruh, he could have got a. I was hoping he didn't get a fine, but watch this. Boom.
Right.
Said, get off me. He said, get off me. I love it, bro. He said, get off me. That play was crucial. 3rd down and 7. We're up by 8. Minnesota 2 timeouts and 2 minutes to tie this game. And big man with hands gets the play. Got the call. But he wasn't the only one open. Like I said, they had 2 people on St. Brown. But DJ Chark chips the dude, and he's in the middle of the field. If you look up, you got 2 people. Is that Kendrick? 2 people on St. Brown. Penei, they recognize Penei late. And even Chark. And I think if Jared Goff throws to Chark, it might not, it's not impressive, but I think Chark goes all the way. I think he goes all the way because he was wide open. But, hey, Penei Sewell with the hands.
Goff throws.
Wow. That is a beautiful thing to see. Man, oh, man. Shout out to the Lions for not taking my stream down. I appreciate the NFL for that. But y'all see him. He tried to hit him after he was the one that touched him down. What's up, Lions Fan Express? Says, let's go, man. So excited to watch the team on Sundays. Then Goff haters be quiet for at least 6 games. It was awesome, man. Lions Mania says, so Zach Wilson, well, I guess Zach Wilson will be starting versus the Jets. I'm hearing Joe Flacco. Did y'all see Mike White? Did y'all see him yesterday? I felt so bad for the young man. It was almost like the Bills had a vendetta against the Jets or something. Like Mike White did something on purpose because they roughed this man up. I'm talking about roughed him up. He left, he came back. He left, he came back. So I don't know who's starting. Once Goff stopped the spin move, he started playing better. Well, Matt, listen. Goff he been doing the spin move, but for some reason he's been getting out of it. Man, we got almost 100 people in here. What is good, y'all? Y'all just missed the breakdown of Penei Sewell's play. But listen, we're going to talk about this too. Because I want y'all, before we get started, let me do this. I want y'all to do this for me, all right?
Oh, I want you to put it out. Put some respect on it. Listen, when you say my name, put some respect on it. I ain't playing with y'all. Put some respect on it. And I ain't gonna say it. And I ain't gonna say it no more.
I ain't gonna say it no more. Is we finished or is we done? Who is the one that refused to talk about the draft? Oh, that's right, lil old me. Who is the one that was talking playoffs at 1-6? Oh, that's right, little old me. And who is the one that's been repping right now about the playoffs? Little old me. And we're getting national attention right now. We're getting national. The NFL flex schedule. I got an idea. Shout out to Mr. Poole. He was talking about it today. As a matter of fact, we got to do that again, y'all. We got to run it back because you know what? I'm feeling good today. I want y'all to do something for me.
Oh, I want you to put it out. Put some respect on it. Listen, when you say my name, put some respect on it. I ain't playing with y'all. Put some respect on it. And I ain't gonna say it. And I ain't gonna say it no more.
Now, I want to ask you, is we finished or is we done? Because the Lions are now one game away from being 500. The team that started 1-6. I was on Dan Campbell, he might have to go. I said it. I said it next year, though. But look at what's happening here. What did Dan Campbell do yesterday? And what does he have the potential to do? Yesterday, he won his 6th game. The next win of the season is more wins than we ever saw from the abomination named Matt Patricia. And I'm not talking anything about his physical appearance. I'm talking about his coaching abilities, his coaching capability, his leadership capabilities. One more win, and Dan Campbell has more wins than Matt Patricia did in his 2 3/4 years as a Detroit Lions head coach. If I talked to Mr. Poole about this, we were chopping it up earlier today, talking about national media attention. Could the Detroit Lions get flexed? The NFL, if I'm not mistaken, only flexes Sunday games. Right? They don't flex Thursday and they can't flex Monday. Monday and Thursday, I think, are locked in. You can only flex Sunday. So after Mr. Poole and I's conversation, I thought about this. What if the Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers is the 272nd game of the NFL season? Week 18 at night. Now, right now, there is no Sunday night game, but the NFL does it all the time. All the time. Where they there's no game on the schedule Sunday night, week 18, or week 17 a couple years ago, and then there is one. Lions have the ability to go 7-7, which is 500, next week with a victory over the Jets, who we are not taking lightly, by the way. If we do that, we're 7-7. I'm going to tell y'all right now, you're rooting against the Commanders, the Giants, and the Seahawks. There are 2 spots left that right now 4 teams are fighting for. All right? So that's the rooting schedule for the next 4 weeks of the season. Lions win, Seahawks lose, Washington loses, the Giants lose. Right? Lions can move to 7-7 with the victory over the Jets. The Jets, if I'm not mistaken, today are not in the playoffs. They had the 7th seed yesterday, and they've fallen completely out. Washington is now the 6th seed, and they didn't play a snap yesterday. The Commanders was chilling at home, eating bonbons, and they moved up from out of the playoffs to the 6th seed. Yeah, have fun with the San Francisco 49ers. However, this ain't about them. This is about us. The Detroit Lions have a chance to do something that hasn't been done since Jim Caldwell was head coach, win 7 games. On top of that, they are the 9th seed in NFC after being the first pick in the draft and the 16th seed in the NFC only 2 months ago. The Lions can do something special. On top of that, if I'm not mistaken, according to the crack research staff, as Matt Derry would say, only one team since 1970 has made the playoffs starting 1-6. Mr. Poole says, Dan said in his presser on Friday that we don't take any team lightly. I'm sure they'll game play accordingly. Absolutely. And we cannot take the New York Jets lightly. They remember now, they had how many picks in the top 10 in 2022? It had to be 3. Honestly, it's nice to see the Lions in the hunt, while my expectations are more focused on winning the division next year. You know, Mike, I don't think you're ready, bro. I don't think you're ready. I've noticed this. A lot of y'all are still like, you can't commit to saying it. You can't commit to saying playoffs. I agree, bro. I see what I feel you. But I'm gonna say it. I was saying it at 1-6. I'm gonna say it now. Lions went out there in 96% chance. Lions go 9-8. 9-8. They need a lot of help. 8-9 is probably not gonna do it. Not after the tie between the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. But now, do you believe in this team making the playoffs? If you have, I'm going to ask you in the chat, people watching this in video form, I want you to, Lions Mania, we went over this on Friday. We did this already. People watching, you have to make a decision today. Okay, Zay, that's not fair, bro. That's not fair. Because you said 2 weeks ago that you was going to start talking playoffs. Now, is that a yes to my question? My question is this. You have to pick a yes or a no answer. Don't be straddling the fence like some of your favorite YouTube creators. Don't be on a seesaw. Don't be wishy-washy. Don't be that guy. Pick a side. Shout out to Pick a Side Podcast. Love them dudes. You got to pick. You got to pick. Zay, that's not fair, bro. We had this conversation 2 weeks ago, and that's not fair. You have to pick a side. Think of your favorite YouTube creator and how they put themselves out there when they make videos. We are held accountable. You best believe that. They come for our throat. No, Zay, what I'm saying is that's so you're saying no, Zay, that's not fair because the question, you didn't answer the question. Right now, you have to pick a side. You have to pick a side. Don't be on the fence. Pick a side. Put yourself out there. Do the Lions right now make the playoffs? Yes or no answer. There is no in between. Do the Lions make the playoffs? And when you watch this on playback, I want you to answer the question. Zay says no. Not right now. Okay, you could have just stopped at no, bro. Matthew says yes. Michael says no. Camping in the Forest says yes, for sure. Single Dad says rocket ship. We going to the playoffs. All right. And John Doe says yes, yes, yes. Listen, I'm not going to rag on y'all if we don't go to the playoffs. I just wanted you to pick a side. I didn't want you to be finicky, wishy-wash. All right? Pick a side. Don't be like the national media that now they want to roll with us. Don't be like these guys, Swaggy and Nick Upton, who are annoying me half to death. Y'all not even Lions fans. And the videos are out, bro. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. The bandwagon is filling up, y'all. I will say this to end this segment. All right? Think about this. Dan Campbell, the Detroit Lions before the season began, Dan Campbell was one of the coaches by Vegas, supposed to be fired, but he was also one of the coaches by the bettors to win Coach of the Year. The Lions make the playoffs, he gets it. Right? Also, Aiden Hutchinson, Defensive Rookie of the Year. It's sure trending that way. It's sure trending that way. And my favorite of this whole thing is one Peter King, who could not stand this team when Matthew Stafford was the quarterback. It seems like he always found something to talk about when it came to our team. But he had an analogy. He compared us to the Kentucky Derby winner, Rich Strike. I made a video about it. Largest odds in ever to win the Kentucky Derby. Right? What was the story of him? Came from behind in the home stretch, past everyone, and won the race. That analogy has really stuck with me. And guess what's happening? We are having our Rich Strike moment right now. The Lions currently sit at 6-7, 5 out of their last 6, and you could say we were a play from being 6-0. But you never know what would happen. We're playing meaningful football in December for the first time since Jim Caldwell was here. We got a chance to not only win out, but we got a chance to make the playoffs. And if we do that, if the Detroit Lions make the playoffs, I believe that Dan Campbell is Coach of the Year. I believe that Hutch is Defensive Rookie of the Year, and I believe that Peter King was 100% right. But I will say this. We want to face them Minnesota Vikings. We don't want to play the San Francisco 49ers. But yeah, y'all, so the reason I put y'all on the spot like that is because I wanted to know. I wanted you to make a decision. I wanted you to make a decision. I wanted you to stand out on that ledge, and I wanted you to make a decision, right? No if, no what. Hey, Detroit Lions Forum says we've got to stand for something or you fall for everything. Hey, that's facts. My plan is to go to the Bears game. My son wants to go. My wife wants to go. And I think I'm going to invite my sister-in-law. And right now, them tickets is, I want to say they're about pushing 100. Lions win one of these games. That means that they are potentially 7-8, something like that, during the Bears game. And that's a big game. Right? But I want to go. I want to see the team and how they end. I also want to become a season ticket holder. But not really to go, but to hopefully get some of the inside, the inside stuff. When they invite season ticket holders to certain things, I can kind of do that and bring it to the show and to you guys. So my thing is this. During, if I'm there, man, absolutely. 100%. Now, last time I was there, I got COVID, and it wasn't fun. Me and the son got COVID, so I will be masked up this time. You on the 50? Oh, man. Hey, I'm sitting with you, bro. I'm sitting with you. Man. Greg, you need to be in the front row, front 10 rows. Yeah, man. And I got to go with best ticket available, which is El Nosebleedos. I don't know why I'm on this Spanish thing today, but listen. If you're just now joining us, we're trying to get Detroit Lions Forum as part of the team, all right? Live shows, same thing we do right here, okay? I want creators of integrity, and he has it, and I appreciate that. We are trying to do what I've been wanting to do for years. Combat 97 won a ticket. Combat Woolworth Sports. I mean, because to be real, when you have a monopoly over something, you can say and do what you want. And I got no problem with them guys. I don't know them personally. I don't know Adam from anybody. I don't know any of those guys. What I know he is that I can do it too. We can do it too. Oh, and listen, Let's Talk Lions is my homie. He got an invite whenever he wants it. Jay is my dude. Jay is my homie. But he has a full time, like, that uses a lot of his time. He needs a lot of he has a full-time job that eats up a lot of his time. But yeah, Jay is my homie, man. We chop it up, text on the side. Jay been my homie since he came into space. But the Lions have a big game coming up. They got a lot of stuff going on. And it feels good to get this win, man. It feels good to get this win. But we talked about Penei Sewell's catch. We talked about Jared Goff being the future. We talked about the wishy-washy fan base and the wishy-washy YouTube creators. We talked about that. And we talked about how the city of Detroit, the national pundits, or everybody is starting to believe in our team. And sometimes it's hard, man. It's hard. Like, playoffs is a thing that is heating up. Coming from Jim Trotter says that playoffs are a real thing. Detroit Lions firmly in playoff race with Dan Campbell, Jared Goff helping to propel turnaround. And here's something that I want to end the show with. And you know what? This is segment worthy. So let's do this and we'll end the show. So the plan is, guys, to get on camera by the new year, somewhere around there, and start taking phone calls during the show, stuff like that. But I wanted to read this. Being a Detroit Lions fan is tough. It's hard, man. We lose a lot. We're talking about tanking 24/7. And to me, I don't think you can be a real fan and you could do two things. You cannot be a Detroit Rams fan and you cannot talk about tanking. That's just my personal opinion. Wanting Stafford to win is one thing. The Detroit Rams, that was an abomination. I can't even talk today. And you should take that shirt off and burn it. Right? But we want these guys to go out there, and we're saying that we want them to lose on purpose. We want them to lose on purpose. And my analogy is this. This is my thought. I said this all the time. On Grid, I say it here. You can't want the team to lose and then get mad when they do. All right, let that sit. Let that marinate. You can't want the team to lose and get mad when they do. If your team is 0-16, you got no reason to be mad. If you want them to tank, you got no reason to be mad because that's what you wanted. I absolutely despise the fact that people were rooting for the Rams last year to succeed, and now you're rooting for them to fail. To me, that makes no sense. Be a Rams fan. If you're a Stafford fan, then you be a Rams fan. Just, if it means that much, do that. Right? But the Detroit Lions are not thinking about tanking. There's something that Deshaun Elliott said about a month ago when we traded away TJ Hawkinson. He said after the trade, the first thing I thought was, man, are we trying to tank? But then we came in and had a team meeting, and Dan was like, this was just a business move. Things happen. It's the league. All we knew was that he had us. It was us against the league. Right? Brett Holmes and Dan Campbell been talking about that they believed in these guys from the very beginning. My favorite quote now from Dan Campbell is, I know who we are, man. I know who we are. We had to see it. We had to see our rookies grow. And I think Detroit Lions fans, it's hard for us to have patience. There really is no reason for us to have any. None whatsoever, right? But Deshaun Elliott said something that I was like, you know what? That you guys need to hear. That the Detroit Lions fan base, they need to hear. I can't find it now. Oh, here it is. So tanking fans, I want you to listen very carefully. Deshaun Elliott says, every game is so close, so close, so close. And the coaches will say, we're so close. And honestly, that would upset me inside. It would make my blood boil because being close is not winning. Being close is still losing. We got to the point of realizing that being close means nothing. We can win. We can be victorious. We just have to believe in each other. So, tanking is losing. Being close is losing. These guys are not satisfied with being close. They want to win. Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Yeah, I'd rather have one than the other. But listen, I think that this should tell everybody out there that thought about tanking, don't think like that. There have been teams that you've watched, quote unquote, tank, and are still bad teams right now. Right now. Doesn't matter. Our team wants to win. They want to win. So listen. Support the team. Know that they want to win games. They don't want to be close. I made a video after the Bills game. Almost doesn't count. A lot of y'all was mad. What are you mad for? Blah, blah, blah. We hung with the Bills. They don't care they hung with the Bills. They wanted to beat the Bills. You think the Lions care they hung? Oh, well, we were right there. Everybody's talking about they're going to the Super Bowl, but we were right there. No, they wanted to win that game. Get rid of that. You play to win the game, period. You don't play to tie. You don't play to be close. You play to win the game. Says, win the games. I'm so sick of losing. That is the statement. That's the statement. We also talked about that as well. So listen, you guys are awesome. I'm going to chop it up with Dave, and we're going to get this thing going. All right? So listen, don't forget, touchdown Detroit Lions tomorrow. I may or may not be on. Probably not. I finally got to go get my car service, so we're going to do that, okay? So I am going to let you know, but be on the lookout for hopefully another show hosted by Detroit Lions Forum. And you guys are awesome, man. Enjoy Victory Monday tonight. We need a Patriots win to keep the Cardinals at bay so we can have a little more breathing room. And here's something, we'll wrap the show up with this. The NFL really needs to make it the 7 best teams. They really do. Because the NFC South, the 4-9 New Orleans Saints are still in the playoff hunt at 4-9. The leader of the NFC South is under 500. And somebody under 500 is making the playoffs. So with that being said, you guys are awesome. Remember, integrity, have it. Have integrity. It's important. Nick has been like one. Well, what happened was I tried to make an appointment. The website said it was open. Then I went back and said they weren't. I'm like, bruh. So I'm going tomorrow for sure. Because I'm losing money, man. I'm losing money. But you guys are awesome, man. Take care, and I will see you maybe tomorrow, but for Wednesday for sure.